that a journalist will visit us. So probably he has some questions for us, but I hope that we also have some questions for him. This is Mr. Belcic, and he works for a local newspapers, Međimurje.
Yes. Well, hello children.
Hello.
Hello. Our Romanian friends, my name is Marian Belcic. I am journalist or journalist editor in weekly newspaper Međimurje, which was named after our country, as you can see. And I expect some questions from our Romanian guests about our country. And I have some questions for you too. Well, I'm waiting. And these domestic boys could also some...
Martina. What qualities do you need to be a good journalist?
First of all, good will. Very high tolerance for everybody. Patience. And a specific tool to maintain the profession. To be very skilled in writing. After that, every proper education is very welcome. But without those things, I said, you can maintain no profession, the same as journalist profession. Next.
Did you ever have you ever went to Romania? Been in Romania?
No, unfortunately not. I was very close to Romania in Vojvodina, in the Republic of Serbia, and in Hungary, next to the border. I am the horse breeder, and I was looking for horses there. And I have a question for you from Romania. What is the common breed in Romania in the horse breeding? The best known all over the Europe. You don't know? No. The authentic Romanian horse breed. Semigreu Romanescu. Beautiful horse, very similar to our domestic horse. So, do you have more questions? I hardly wait.
How are you? How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. Little bit deaf in this year, but...
What do you like the most about your job?
Most. Meeting very extended number of people. To be in opportunity every day to meet somebody new. And among those very large number of people I've met, there are very interesting ones. At least one a day. Next.
What's your opinion about our project?
This is an excellent project. The principal is my colleague from our studies. We talked about this project. Children have to know each other. From not knowing somebody else, maybe we can make some prejudices about somebody else. This is crucial to know each other better, and I think that this common Europe culture is not yours or mine culture, is their culture. And This Europe we belong to is their Europe. We are a little bit, not you, but I am absolutely a little bit too old to have Europe as mine, as Europe will be theirs in their future.
Children of Europe, are children of Croatia, are children of Romania, are children of Europe.
You're very quiet. No questions.
Marta?
Is there any difference about paparazzi and journalists?
I beg your pardon, I'm a little bit deaf.
Is there any difference about paparazzi and journalists?
The great difference. I have a great deal of responsibility to maintain my job correctly, but paparazzi have only one aim: to take attractive, good picture somewhere and to sold it for somebody who wants to buy more than somebody else. So I'm not looking for the big money. I'm looking for the information, for the news. Paparazzi try to fetch as more money as they could with their photographs, with their some so-called sensations and exclusivity, so-called exclusivity with their work. And above all, International Federation of Journalists don't consider paparazzi as journalists. Paparazzi are recognized as a pollution in our profession.
Thank you very much. David has one more question, and it's a very interesting question. I will help you. David?
People say that the newspapers are not correct every time. Is that true?
It's not always true.
Yes, absolutely.
That's correct.
The newspapers are the biggest liars you can imagine.
I thought the lawyer.
For a pity, there is a bit of truth in your question. And you probably heard that are good journalists and those others. This is the borderline between the truth and the lie. You can have a little bit of truth. You can have full truth, and everything else is not true. If something is a lie, it can be a small lie, a medium-sized lie, or a big lie. It is a simple lie. As the truth, very simple, is only the truth. And this is the borderline. But in the years that comes, you will learn to recognize what might be the truth that you are reading, and which lines, articles are suspicious. This is a skill you will develop.
Any more questions?
I beg your pardon, who was asking?
The most famous person,
The
probably.
most famous person I have.
That you met.
I have met in my career every president Croatia had. Even all presidents that were when you were not born yet. Very interesting person I have met was the from our Romanian friends, neighbor, and our neighbor. Professor Dr. Imre Bodo from Budapest University. He is retired professor. He is now age 86, I think. He's one of the most interesting person I ever met in my life.
And why is that?
Is it
Give us one.
necessary to mention that we are both horse breeders?
Probably it is. Okay.
He is an expert in horse breeding, and this is, for me, that was something special. And the most interesting people are not celebrities. For me, many of them I met in our villages, on the fields, in factories, common people, as we say. They are much more interesting than politicians we see every day on television or read about them in newspapers. Much more interesting. Our common, ordinary people. Your mom, his dad, her grandma.
Vanessa has one more question.
Absolutely, I'm the best journalist. I try to be a good journalist. And I dare to think that I am correct journalist. But this is something that my public has to judge, not me.
Oh, it's good to know what you mean. Okay, so our students have many ambitions. Some of them are great ambitions. Did you have any ambitions of this kind at your age, or were you dreaming of something else?
No, I was dreaming about to be an actor.
Okay, just a regular kid. Yeah.
But I wrote my first serious article when I was 17.
How old were you? 12, 13. Some of them are already 14,
Then I attended grammar school, and this article was explosion because it was a retail article. And since then I'm in the newspapers in one or the other way. Professionally from 1981.
Okay, and what have you done before that? Professionally?
Nothing.
That's it?
Nothing.
Okay.
We just went to school.
Yeah, 30 something years. 33.
Can you give us some reasons about which we should choose the journalist job?
I'm sorry, not one common reason.
Reasons why to choose.
Reasons, the
Yes.
Yes. Dear child, not one common reason. You have to be a bit of silly to pick this profession. No, I'm kidding.
We think so.
To be a journalist,
Our profession.
you can hope that you can change in society with your work some things that are simply not right. You have right to hope that you may achieve this. This is the motive that for me is enough. Opportunity to do something to improve our lives, to improve our society, to repair some awkward things we see every day around us. If I can contribute to 1% things be better, I'm satisfied with this. If everybody else contribute 1%, then very fast you can make some solutions that everybody can be satisfied with them. So, I don't know if it's enough for you. For me, it was.
For everybody. No more questions? No, Martina. And I was waiting for Martina the whole time.
But loud. No. I was opportunity only to meet my colleague from Romania. He was the president of the Journalist Society in Romania. I have no contacts for a pity and no professional tasks to do. This is the first thing I will write about. Of course, every new task is it may be interesting. Every new task, whether it is from Romania or Lithuania or France, it is a challenge. You have, in every profession, you have to accept the challenges that are in front of you. As I said earlier, in a good will.
Nice words. Yes. Why these words? I don't know if the kids in your age really understand all these wise words. Or
With time they will.
With time you will teach them lessons.
Yes.
I'm sure some of them will.
Well, there is
Yeah.
a hard way and an easy way to teach something, to learn something, but this is their choice. Questions? No questions? Yes.
You said you're a journalist because you want to change the society. Why you want to change it?
There is no society which has everything right. Or there is no such a thing that in every society can be improved even better than it is now. You are what kind of pupil? Excellent, very good, satisfied, insufficient? What grades did you have?
Best. 10.
10 is the best. And most grades that you have are the 10s.
I have 9.
Are you satisfied with 9? How many 9s do you see around you when you are at home, in your hometown, in your school? Is it everything for 10, or you can see some 9s, 8s, even 7s?
Even 5.
Oh, then should we do something about this? Yes. We have to do everything we can to raise 5 on 10. We can't do it overnight, but with effort by effort, we can improve everything what is nowadays 5 to be at least 7 or 8, or even more. Don't you agree? Yes, thank you.
Have you ever thought that you could stop being a journalist? Again, please. Dacă s-a gândit că poate să se treacă din aici.
On the payday. On the payday every month. I'm just kidding. They thought every now and then they could stop being teachers.
We have one common thing, and the bad thoughts.
Every profession has a crisis, and every individual has a crisis. So one might ask himself, do I need this? Can I do something else? But these are the crises of short terms. All my life. Just like I said before, to try to improve some things around us that I can see that they are not good, or they are not well enough, or they are not like they should be. There are many things in our environment, in our society, in workplaces. Everywhere you can go, you will see the things that can be improved, and can be better tomorrow than they are now. And maybe this is the motive that makes me to work on. To try to, with my work, to contribute to change, to improve our society, to, I don't know, pinpoint the injustice done against somebody or such things like this.
Ariana, are you happy in your job?
If I'm not happy, I will be sick. So I am happy. Unhappiness is the first step to the sickness. And everybody should be happy with things they do, or try to find things that make them happy. If you ask me how great, I must say I am very satisfied with my job. It is not an excellent or 10, as our Romanian friend said, but let me say I am very satisfied.
What's your favorite theme or domain to write about?
Newspapers I work in are the local newspapers, county newspapers. So we have to cover all the area of human activities. But in the last 15 years, mostly I cover in agriculture. And everything else, what is going on in our municipalities, towns, or in the country. So the daily tasks are such in such density that I can't pick up what I want. I just have to cover them all. But in let me say 50% of my personal capacity, I have to cover agriculture. Everything what is connected to agriculture.
Carolina?
What is the best article in our life?
I don't know. Nobody told me. I don't know. Maybe it was. I wrote 222 columns above the column line Res Publica. This is Latin term for Republic. And I think that the column number 1 was my best among columns.
Have you ever been in a dangerous or difficult situation when you were at work?
Yes, I was, but it was connected with some war events, and war events are normal events, so I don't count this as a regular professional hazard. The most dangerous thing I do in my job is to drive from point A to point B.
Can you speak other languages?
English, Croatian, due to the fact that Croatian is not our language, we have our local idiom, which is very different from standard Croatian language. So from the childhood we had to learn two languages.
Second language for us.
I can understand our first neighbors very well, Slovenians. I can catch a little bit of German, a little bit of Italian. This is enough to bless everybody that I am European citizen.
French, no French.
No.
Oh, she's a French italiano.
No.
Puoi parlare italiano. She would like to thank you pentru că sunt sigură că jurnaliștii ca el, because she is sure that journalists as you are au contribuit la cea mai frumoasă calitate a unui popor, have already contributed to the best quality of a people pe care am observat-o.
That we could notice here the patriot to be a good patriot, a real good patriot for you, and the other like you have already contributed, because we could notice that
La fiecare pas,
we can notice this at every step of every county or town we go, that you love your country.
she would like to thank you for your contribution
And to congratulate you and the other Croatian people
from all her heart. Mi-ar plăcea să se facă un proiect între jurnaliștii români și jurnaliștii croați.
She has an idea of having a project between Romanian and Croatian journalists. How to learn to teach our Romanian journalists to do the same thing for our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a kind of compliment that drives me on.
Other things that for you
And for young people, education is very, very important. And I think education is the first step to evolution. Without education, we cannot develop.
Yes, of course. But for a people in nowadays, in this economic crisis we have a very large number of young, highly educated people who are sufficient for their own country. And they are looking for their luckiness abroad.
Yes, we feel the same thing.
Yeah, I know you have similar experience.
Because we have a lot of brains which are trained in Romania for United States, for Germany, for another country.
I met some colleagues from Romania in Brussels and in other cities. We gathered to maintain our assembly in International Journal Federation, and we concluded that in those Eastern European countries, the picture is almost the same. Color here and color there is different, but the frame, the main motive is the same. But I hope that it will improve. And motive and colors. Yes. This is very important for them, and I hope that they will have opportunity to travel throughout Europe, to just to see how it is in Netherlands or in Belgium or in France, in Germany.
And this project is a very good opportunity
Yes.
for them to see and to learn a lot.
They were accommodated in the families.
Yes.
This is the best way to know something.
Yes.
The breakfast was good
Yeah.
in every house,
Yeah.
but we don't eat every day like that, only when we have guests. I would like to have guests every day. I'm kidding.
Vanessa has one more question.
My dreams, my old dreams come true already. I have no dreams. I have a very clear picture of reality. But I'm over 50 years old, and you are in early start of your life. And you have your decades in front of you with every right to have dreams, a lot of dreams. After 50, you will see much clearer picture and much less dreams you will have.
Anybody else? That's it.
Yeah, there is a dream, one dream, that next month will be a higher salary. It's not.
It's a dream.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, you really made our day very interesting with your inspiring way. Thank you.
I have, pardon me, I have one question for our Romanian friends. Did you learn to pronounce the name of our country properly? No, of this country where you... Listen to me. Međimurje. This is excellent.
And our town? Zalau. Not Krkovec. Krkovec. On the radio.